Hey, I'm Peter Verdell. I sing and write for a band called Act As If. Songwriting happens a couple different ways for me. Most often, either will happen with me just sitting at my piano with my physical notebook and I'm playing chords and physically writing lyrics down, usually at the same time, hashing both out. It'll happen like that, or it'll happen where I just open up Pro Tools and just sort of write a guitar lick or a chord change and put in fake drums to make a demo, and then I sort of will just mouth off a bunch of BS into a microphone until I come up with something that sounds cool. Those are two very different ways of songwriting, but I do both of them pretty equally. If I'm feeling really like inspired or like I have something just inside that I have to get out, that's when I'll sit at my piano and actually write physically, just piano and vocals and a notebook. But when maybe I'm just sort of fishing for ideas, I'll go to the computer and open up Pro Tools and kind of do it like that. Yeah, I would say all of Act As If's songs are a mix of autobiographical and like fantasy for me. Usually they'll start with a real life situation that happened recently or that's on my mind, and then I'll kind of combine it with, like, if it's a happy song, I'll sort of imagine what could be even like happier or sexier with that, or if it's a sad song, I'll maybe like imagine things to be even a little bit like more dramatic. So yeah, they're autobiographical with some embellishments, I guess. I am not super visual with my creativity, so when I'm writing songs, I'm not visualizing music videos or photos or anything. So I've had to try to up my game with that stuff and try to get cool people involved that can help out, because I just don't think that way. I think in terms of music. So we've done a handful of music videos. Our music video for Oh My is probably the most intensive video we ever did. I mean, there was a crew of like 25 people, a bunch of extras. We shot in a couple different locations, and it turned out really well. It's a great video. I'm super proud of it. We've done videos with just like a camera and 3 friends, and then me like walking around a city or a beach or something. But yeah, and when it comes to visual stuff, I don't really have a vision personally. I rely pretty heavily on other people to be involved with that, for better or worse. I don't think that we've like topped our game in terms of a video yet. I think we have a few that are really good. We have another one for a song called that I think is really fun, and we have one for Steady that's pretty cool. Anyway. But yeah, always time and budget sort of can prevent an indie band from making the coolest video ever. But yeah, I'm excited to keep aiming for the coolest video ever. 2 friends of mine have been with Act As If from the get-go, and that's our bass player Derek and our drummer Diego. They have just been with me through thick and thin, and I so appreciate them. They're super talented, and what can I say about them? I met them both at this community college called Citrus College, because I quit working for the label and started playing drums again at this community college, and that's where I met them. And I was like, hey, I've been writing some songs too. Would you guys want to check them out? And they were both like, yeah, these are awesome. Let's start playing shows. And so they definitely have been like great sounding boards over the years, great friends for me. They keep me in check when I'm going crazy in terms of like either self-doubt or I don't know, maybe like reworking a song a million times when they're like, dude, it's already good, just let it alone. So I think that, yeah, having those band members is as like steady components is super important, especially when we don't have a label or really a big team helping out with that stuff. I've needed them to help me, help keep me in check, keep the band in check. Let's see, some typical pre-show rituals would be me resting my voice and being paranoid that I'm gonna lose it or that I'm getting sick. That's a little window into my crazy a little bit. I swear the week of, if there's like any sort of important show or something going on, I'll start to be like, I think I'm getting a cold, guys. I don't know what to do. So I think that with the bandmates at this point, they're like, they know to not enable me, I guess. If I'm really sick, they'll feel sorry for me, but otherwise they know better than to encourage me, because otherwise I'll keep psyching myself into thinking that I am getting sick. What else do we do before shows? Usually have a drink. We'll usually try to meet up like 20 minutes before our set time and just make sure we talk through our transitions between the songs. That's just normal, boring band stuff. I love the LA music scene. I love it so much. There's so many good bands, so much creativity that for me, oftentimes if I'm feeling low, I will just go to the Satellite, the Echo, the Bootleg, Hotel Cafe, just soak in whoever's playing, whatever's going on, and it's always like very life-giving. So I love the LA scene. I think the biggest challenge is getting fans, getting people to come out, because the city is insane and there's so much good stuff always happening. So you have to be so good to get any sort of traction in terms of like real fans and not just friends coming to shows. And that is something that Act As If for sure still is working towards, and so many of our friends' bands are working towards. And it helps if cool blogs are posting about the shows. It helps if K-Rock Locals Only is behind things. There's a lot of little things that can help draw people out who are maybe on the fence of like, I was gonna go to this thing, but maybe I'll go to this instead, or stay in and watch TV instead of go out, whatever. There's so many things pulling for attention everywhere, but for me, God, so many of my friends are playing all the time, but there are infinite fun things to do in LA, and I think that's the biggest challenge maybe of getting people to come to shows is options.